Do not buy this MacBook Air. Do not buy it. It is a joke. Spend an extra $100 and buy this MacBook Pro. Alright, extra $100, much better computer. Also an XPS 13 for $100 less than the MacBook Air on another level. 4 cores, just trust me, this is the way to go. The MacBook Pro or XPS 13. I have a deal for you guys. If you're stuck with Windows Home and you want to get Windows Pro, or you just want cheap office keys, gaming keys, or gift card vouchers, head on down to 09, look in the description for the links and a discount code to get even more of a discount. Righto, tally ho there champs. Now, yeah, it is like 3 a.m. in the morning, so sorry I'm a bit gravelly, but yeah, and also that iPad demonstration, that nearly put me to sleep too. But anyway, new Macs, I'm excited. Am I? No, I'm not excited. I was going through all the things. Now, this is the new MacBook Air, of course, and everything was great. I'm just getting me a piece of paper with all me things on here. Everything looked great. Retina display, same wedge shape, cool USB-C, 2 Thunderbolt 3s, complete redesign. It's got slimmer bezels, and interestingly, the XPS 13 in 2015 has slimmer bezels than this, so I don't know why they're saying slimmer. They're not even that slim. But anyway, 13.3 inch display, 4 times the resolution with that retina display, 4 million pixels, 48% better color gamut. So it's sharper, better thing. And I'm thinking, yes, this is good, this new MacBook Air. And then, yeah, Touch ID has the T2 chip. The reason it's important is because it does H.265 encoding or whatever. It does that on the T2 chip. So instead of, using the processor, which is a weak, really weak dual core 5-watt processor, instead of using that to decode or encode H.265 or HEVC, it uses the T2 chip. So that's important. But anyway, so it has the butterfly keyboard, force touch trackpad, awesome, better audio, it's going to have great audio. But then they announced the CPU. Oh, it's got a dual core, and that's all they said. So I've just done a bit of digging, and basically it's just one of those Core Y or Core M, the same sort of thing that's in the MacBook. It's a really weak processor, 5-watt dual core. It's really weak, and I don't know why they're making this product, because why would you buy this? You've already got a MacBook that has the same sort of weak processor in it. The only difference between this and that is probably size and weight, and the price is more or less the same. And also this has 2 Thunderbolt 3s, but other than that, there's not that much difference. You're better off buying an XPS 13. Look at this. What's it start at? US price, $11.99. All right, $11.99. You can go buy yourself an XPS 13 in the US for $10.99, and you get a quad core processor of a magnitude faster than that MacBook Air. Like, it's not even close. It's not even the same ballpark. And it's a 15-watt versus a 5-watt. And these things hammer. The i5s in these XPS 13s, they friggin' hammer because they done really good tuning with them. It's a much better laptop. Like, yeah, do yourself a favor. Do not buy the new MacBook Air. I mean, if you just want to buy Apple, yes, I understand. If you just want to buy Apple and all you're doing is web surfing and stuff like that, yeah, buy it. That's fine. But you're going to be paying a premium price for a very, weak processor, and all the other stuff is great. Everything's good on it. It's the display, the sound, the battery life, everything's great. But that processor is rubbish. I'm telling you now, it's rubbish. Unless you're just doing web surfing, email, and stuff like that. Yeah, you can do a bit of photo. Yeah, I'm getting it in. We'll test it out. Look, we'll wait until I test it out. But is this a joke? Like, the other MacBook Air had a proper i5 in it, a proper one, not like one. It was a 15-watt one. It's not one of these like low-powered ones like the 5-watt. I don't understand. I'm very disappointed. And yeah, it is like 15 millimeters. What is it? 15.6 millimeters, 2.75 pounds. Where the XPS 13 is 15 at its thickest point and 2.7 pounds. So XPS is actually lighter, much better value. I would definitely buy an XPS 13. It's just a much better computer, unless you're doing web surfing and stuff like this, because this would be really good for that sort of stuff. But as long as you don't mind paying that really price premium for that sort of thing. Then they had MacBook Minis, and these are strange products too, because they're using last generation Coffee Lake processors. So the processors you get in here, the top of the range one is the i7-8700, not the K version. It's not the unlockable version. It has up to 64 gigs. That's great. It looks good. 10 gigabit Ethernet. Wow. Wow. That is friggin' insane. Up to 2 gigabytes of storage. Lots of Thunderbolt 3. 64 gig. Why would you want to put it in? You know, all right, 6 cores is very powerful, but it doesn't have graphics. And yeah, I know you can get external graphics, but yeah, I don't know, man. I would have liked to see like a graphics in it, like something like Kaby Lake G or something like that. Bit of graphics in it, that would have been better, I think. Because why would you buy something so small and light and then add another big cumbersome external eGPU? It just doesn't make sense. So I think they've pulled the wrong rein here. I know a lot of people will be using them for other applications. I'm just saying from my perspective, like a lot of people will be doing them like render farming with them and stuff like that. But yeah, they've gone up in price too. So $799 is the cheapest. What do you get for $799? It's got DIMM slots in there, so you can replace the RAM. It is upgradable, looks like, so that is fantastic. And then, yeah, all right, well, you get a quad core. Yeah, how much is a 6 core? A 6 core is $16.99. That's Australian. So that's not that bad. How about this in the US? What's it in the US? Let's have a look here. The super fast website. Have a look here, and yeah, $11.99 for a 6 core. So yeah, it's a good product, I'd say. I am interested very much in this, you know, for that sort of price. It's pretty good, but of course you can get a PC much cheaper, and you're all right, you're not going to get it in such a small package. Actually, the Hades Canyon would actually blow away the quad core version of this, but the 6 core, yes, it's got the extra 2 cores, but then you have no graphics. So, and well, the Hades Canyon, I mean, these Mac Minis look better than the Hades Canyon. I've got to be fair there. There's no comparison in the design stakes, but if you're just after power, I think the Hades Canyon would be the better way to go, the Intel Nook. Otherwise, yeah, you can get a nice Mac at an affordable price now, sort of, for Apple. You know, it's got the T2 chip, everything like that, but it is last generation. You know, they could have put the i9 in this if they were doing the current generation. So it's not the Coffee Lake. So it's not the Coffee Lake refresh. It's just the normal Coffee Lake, which is the last generation of CPUs, which still 6 cores is still good. I'm going to give that a tick. MacBook Air, very disappointed. Bit of a joke if you ask me. But I'll be fair. I'll review it and we'll see how it goes, and I'll just have to take price out of it and performance, because yeah, you can go get an XPS 13, yeah. But if you don't like PCs, well, you know, the MacBook Air is a decent shout, but probably better off getting a what's it called? It won't be as thin and light. Getting the MacBook Pro, just getting the how much is the non-touch MacBook Pro? And we go to MacBook Pro and we buy the 13 inch. How much is a 13 inch? Okay, $12.99 for the 13 inch non-touch. So this is a much better Mac. All right, this one here, it's a little bit more expensive. It's like $100 more, but it has a dual core in it, but a proper dual core. But it is thicker and heavier, because these 13 inches, they're pretty big for 13 inches in this day and age. I mean, we're talking, what's the weight of these things? Go to tech specs. I mean, the other one's 2.7 pounds. These ones here are not 2.7 pounds. These are, what do we got here? You know, 3 pounds. So they are a bit heavier. And yeah, not as thin too. what do we got? 11 inches. Well, no, they're actually thinner. They're actually thinner. Oh, that's surprising, but they're a bit heavier. So they're thinner but a bit heavier. This is a much better one to go for. If you can get that extra $100, go for this. Do not buy the MacBook Air. Buy this MacBook Pro. That is the way to go. All right, tally ho.